Hi Dreamers, welcome back. It is time for May favorites, and I know that most people say, oh my gosh, I can't believe that it's already June, but you know what? I can believe that it's June. As the managing editor of my town newspaper, May means a ton of graduations, kindergarten graduation, high school graduation. It means the end of spring sports, so there's all sorts of different playoffs, and it's just, there's so much to do and so many places to be. So by the time we hit June, I am ready to take a nice big breath and move on from the end of school. So what my first May favorite is the end of school. Everybody's out for summer, and that just thrills me. Okay, let's do skincare favorites first, and then we'll move on to makeup. The first thing I've actually already talked about, and it's kind of a skincare slash makeup product. This is a new line of skincare stuff at CVS called Enlight, and this is the Enlight Super Face. When it rains, it pours. Pore refining facial serum. So you can use this as a moisturizer serum, or you can use it as a primer. I usually put my moisturizer on quite a bit before I prime my face, so I've been using this as a primer, and I absolutely love it. I think that it does a great job of covering your pores, hiding them, but without looking fake, like you have, you know, fake stuff on your face. And it's not silicone-y at all. It's very just sort of nice and creamy and very cooling, and it's just absolutely, oh, it just feels wonderful, and it's my favorite primer. It's my favorite primer that I have right now, and it's from the drugstore. It's from CVS. You can only get it at CVS. My second favorite skincare is also from the Enlight brand. This is the Super Face, and it's called Glow For It. First off, I love this packaging because it's all like nice and square. And this is like a clay mud mask. And it is a Spanish clay, green tea, and volcanic ash extract. So you're sticking a volcano on your face, basically. But you're supposed to put this on, and you kind of massage it in, and then you leave it on and let it dry, and it does, you know, just like you would think a regular mud mask would do, and it just kind of dries down, and your face starts to crack and all that, and you wipe it off. I like this better than Glam Glow. I like this better than the Exfoliate. This mask is amazing. Now, I will say that when you put this on, when you wash off, your face does feel really tight and a little bit dry. Not a ton dry, just a tiny bit dry. And as soon as you put moisturizer on, that dryness completely goes away. But if you are not a person who likes that sort of tight feeling once you take a mask off, then you probably won't like this. But if you're like the rest of us who are not as thrilled with the way that our skin looks as we get a little bit older, as you all know, I am on the downslide to 40. I turned 39 in April, so I love that tightening feeling. This is fantastic. I think these are like $20, and last time I checked, everything was on sale at CVS. And they do have these. I did see a sale that was buy one, get one half off. So can you get any better than that? All right, let's move on to makeup stuffs. I have two different foundations that are my absolute favorites for this month, and I like them for different reasons. The first one is from the drugstore, and it is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. That is what I have on my face right now. I love the finish of this. It's a nice medium coverage. It is a little bit buildable. It's specifically for normal to oily skin, so as the weather has gotten a little bit warmer and it has been terribly humid and rainy here in Oklahoma, this has been absolutely fantastic because it keeps everything at bay. My face doesn't get oily. I do have combination skin that kind of leads a little bit more towards normal or a little bit more towards oily depending on the season, but I absolutely have been loving this month. The other foundation that I cannot get enough of is the Too Faced Born This Way. And this is it says medium to full coverage foundation. I usually do you know, medium sort of leading into full. I think that it looks really natural. It stays on all day. It doesn't move. It's absolutely fantastic. I should tell you the colors that I have these in. I have the Maybelline in 125 Nude Beige, and I have the Too Faced in Natural Beige. This one is definitely has a warm undertone to it. This one has a warm undertone to it too, actually. I am a neutral undertone, so I can kind of do whatever, but just be aware, I think that both lines tend to lend towards a warm undertone rather than a cool undertone. Blushes. I've talked about these before, and I will talk about them again, but these have sort of been my go-to blushes this month, and they are the Milani Rose blushes. I have 3 of them. I used to only have 1. I found 2 more this month. I'm not going to swatch these because the swatches just really, well, I'll kind of show you. The swatches just don't do these justice at all. This is Tea Rose, and this one is American Beauty Rose. So that's that one. And then the last one is Coral Cove. So that is what those blushes look like. They are completely matte. They look, I mean, just look at how beautiful that is. It is just, oh, it is so, so pretty. I almost don't want to use them. I know I say that every time, and then I continue to use them over and over and over again. But I love those blushes, and if you see them, pick out the colors that you like because they last all day. I have on Tea Rose right now. They're fantastic. They're some of my favorite blushes, high-end or drugstore, just hands down fantastic. For eyeshadows this month, I mostly went out of my comfort zone, and I was wearing a lot of warm colors, and I really hesitated to put those in my favorites because they're not really favorites. I'm still working on finding my comfort level with those warmer colors. So I'm gonna continue to play with those palettes, and you might see them in future favorites. But for now, my favorite eyeshadow palette this month was one that I pulled out going through the bottom of my collection, and that is the Lorac Pro 2 palette. I absolutely love, love, love these colors. That is the look that I have on my eyes right now. But I just, you know, this is a go-to palette for me. If I am looking at something and it's just not working for me, or I'm frustrated with another palette, or when I just get frustrated with my eyeshadow, I can always turn to this palette. It always works for me. So that is an absolute standout favorite. Mascara. I think I said in my weekly makeup basket that the last time that I had false eyelashes on was New Year's Eve. I just don't go for false eyelashes. I like to get up in the morning at the latest possible moment to get where I need to be. And it's bad enough that, I mean, I don't even crawl into work until like 10 a.m. because with my job, I can kind of make my own hours, and I do a lot of stuff in the evenings. So, you know, I still work like at least 60 hours a week, most weeks. So I'm gonna go in at 10. So anyway, I will set my alarm for 9 o'clock. I will roll out of bed at 9:30. I live like a minute and a half from my office. So I've got from 9:30 until 10 really to get ready. I don't have time to mess with false lashes. So this has been my absolute favorite mascara for the month. It is the Buxom Big and Bushy. I only have the deluxe sample size, but I think that I will be buying this once I finish up a couple other mascaras. I love the wand. I love the way that it looks. I love how big and long and voluminous and separated my lashes get. It's just so easy. 2 coats and bam. If I want, you know, I'm out the door and I've got big, beautiful lashes. If I'm going someplace special, I'll put on a 3rd coat and I'm out the door. So absolutely fantastic. Couple of lip products that I have been absolutely just gaga over this month. I keep going back to them and keep going back to them. And they're both new products. I just got, I think I got one of them in April. I think I bought it for myself as a birthday present. The other one I got in May. So they're new products. The first one I have on my lips, and it is Kat Von D's Studded Kiss Lipstick in Lovecraft. I wish I had so many more of these. This is a beautiful, beautiful mauvey pink color. It's matte, but it's very, very comfortable. It feels like a cream lipstick. It just glides on so smoothly. It doesn't last as long as like a matte liquid lipstick, but I don't care because it is super comfortable. And I mean, I can't get over the packaging. Anything Kat Von D, I love the packaging. And then this other one is this NYX Liquid Suede, and this is in the color Soft Spoken. This is just kind of a deeper color, but in the same family. This does dry down matte, and the wear off is so beautiful. I had this on for 6 hours the other day, and I was not going to touch up and see what happened, and it just wore down so beautifully. And even after 6 hours, it looked really decent, and I had eaten and I had drank out of soda cans, and it was just absolutely fantastic. So this works really well in my life because honestly, I'll put lipstick on like first thing in the morning and then I'll forget about it for the rest of the day. And because I get so busy and I'm going here and I'm going there, I'm writing, I'm taking pictures, I'm just, I'm just running. So really thinking about reapplying my lipstick is kind of last on my list most days. But I'm absolutely loving these two, just beautiful. And I did not forget, thank you for those of you who have requested it, I did not forget to include some books this month. I'm still on my like crazy book reading streak, and I'm still absolutely in love with Book of the Month Club. I will try to remember to link it down below, but it's bookofthemonth.com. I don't get anything if you go and check it out. I don't have any kind of affiliation with them. They have no idea who I am except for they charge my credit card every month. So no benefit to me if you go get it. But this is one of the books that I got from the Book of the Month Club. This is Ghetto Side by Jill Lavoie. And this appealed to the news heart in me. So if you are a news junkie or you're a person who likes like true stories, then you'll probably love this. What this is it's a story of gang killings in Los Angeles County, and it really kind of opened my eyes to why things kind of happen the way that they do in these gang-riddled areas, which I am not familiar with. I don't live in an area where we have a lot of gangs, and we do have quite a few in sort of the big city. Like Tulsa, Oklahoma is a big city, but that's the big city to us. We don't really have gangs around here. We have rednecks. So it's a totally different situation, but really just kind of opened my eyes to what it's like in the really poor African American areas of Los Angeles, because I had no idea. That's not an experience or something that I have had, and I always like to try to expand my horizons and understand other people and really understand the struggles of other people that are not like me, because I think that we all have a tendency to think that our problems are much worse than someone else's, and that's really not the truth. Everybody has problems, everybody has struggles, so we might as well learn and help each other. So anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. Ghetto Side by Jill Lavoie. If you're a news junkie or a true life story person, check it out. And you can get it from the Book of the Month Club. You can order like past books and stuff. Again, I have no affiliation with them. They have no idea who I am. I just love books. Okay, this last one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Mary Kubica is an author that I found after I finished reading everything, and I cannot believe that I have just lost her name. But the lady who wrote Gone Girl, we all know who she is. I haven't seen the movie. I will not see the movie. The book was too fantastic. I'm not gonna ruin it by watching the movie. But I read everything that she wrote, and I was really looking for something along those same kind of lines. Something that was brainy, something that would shock me, something that I wouldn't figure out. And I found Mary Kubica. And the first book that I read of hers was The Good Girl. Any of her books are fantastic, but this one just came out, Don't You Cry. It just came out in May. I'm not sure what day, but I pre-ordered it on Amazon. And just go read her books. They're fantastic. She has 3 of them. In fact, it says the best-selling author of The Good Girl right on the front. And I can't remember what the Pretty Baby is, the second one that she wrote. But these are fantastic. They are thrillers, but they are brainy. They really make you think. You really think that you're figuring out, you think that you're putting all the pieces together. You're like, oh, yeah, I see what's happening there, but you're wrong. You're wrong every time. You're just wrong. Read it. Just go get it. Go to Amazon, read it right now. I'll have a link down below so that you can check it out. Book of the Month Club and Mary Kubica on Amazon. Just go buy it now. All right. So that is all of my May favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. I've got some great series that are coming up. I'm still working on the back to basics, going back to the very fundamentals of makeup applications. So if you have any requests for those videos, leave them down below. And I'm also going through my entire collection, digging down to the bottom and really trying out all the products that I have and figuring out what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. So check out my weekly makeup baskets for those reviews. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss those, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.